Before this video starts, I wanna address a couple of things. This is the intro before the video. This video is gonna be about um, some history of my channel. Struggling with depression. Thoughts of suicide. So if you don't feel comfortable to watching this video, just skip it. It's gonna be topics of abuse, drugs, and my relationship that ended me depressed, and some people who hurt me were also caused depression. So I wanna address that. If you don't can't if you can't if you're not feeling comfortable watching this video, okay? And now back to the video. I forgot something to say. I make also sometimes depressing songs, lo-fi beats. Hello. Hi ravers. Hi people. Hi ladies and gentlemen. Welcome that you're watching to this video, because I gotta explain so many things, because I think a lot of people are confused, and I gonna tell you why. Because originally this channel was it was originally, and it was, this channel was made for most of the times fireworks content, but I stopped buying fireworks after I got a ticket. There's a lot of stuff that happened, I'm not gonna talk about that, but it solved. But that's the reason why I don't lighting fireworks anymore. I don't buy it anymore, because the reason, one of the reasons is, of course, in Belgium, the law is got, it's got so restricted, and in another province, you can light fireworks and the other not. Now I rather don't lighting fireworks at all. Never again. It's never gonna happen. I never gonna touch a fire product of my life. Promise. So that's the reason why many people are confused, and I gonna tell you one more time, because I'm tired of people, I'm tired of this, it's frustrating and very annoying, I'm a different person now, okay? So I gonna tell you one more time, I don't make firework and videos anymore. I don't. Okay, I don't. And I'm not gonna speak Dutch anymore. Only English. But sometimes when people are gonna comment in Dutch, or gonna react, when I'm maybe in the future, when I'm live, of course, I'm gonna answer it in Dutch. But this channel is, the most part, it's gonna be English only. So yes, I'm sitting in my bedroom, and now I don't fucking care. Wait. Nice angle, huh? Okay. Oh my precise. Can you see me? Yes, you can. So, um, uh, so I had a couple of tracks made in the past before, but it was not that serious, you know. Um, but you know, something snapped inside of me that making music was actually fun too, you know. Fireworks are fun, but fireworks are dangerous, okay? So if you're watching this, you know, and you love fireworks, you know, you know, I, I know you're gonna hate it, but you know, don't, don't, you know, don't do it, you know. If you don't know what you're doing, just don't do it, you know, because you're gonna lose a couple of fingers, maybe a hand, you know, maybe an arm, you know, maybe a nasty burn, you know, that you're wearing for the rest of your life, you know. You know, everybody's seen people who get injured because of fireworks, but it's not the fireworks that that mainly cause the damage. It's a mix of alcohol and fireworks. You know, that's the reason why many people are gonna get injured because they are gonna do, you know, they are too drunk, you know, and you know that's the reason. But you know that's not what I'm gonna talk about in this video today. Um, so my you know music production was, of course, you know it was it was you know one of my hobbies slash passion, you know. So I start doing that, you know, and now I'm fully making music, you know, in you know, in the most way possible because I don't have a setup, you know. A setup is very expensive. A laptop is the expensive part, um, you know, that you can imagine. You know, laptop is very expensive. You know, a laptop for music production is very expensive. Um, you know, so I you know if I I want to buy one, but you know there are some things that I can't buy or something. I don't know, but you know let's skip that part. So you know now I'm gonna of course make, you know, I'm gonna produce music, you know, upload it to YouTube, you know, also on SoundCloud, you know, and you can follow me on Insta if you want, you know, Instagram, it's all good with me, you know, or SoundCloud, you know, but that's what I'm gonna do. So 26 is gonna be a, you know, 26 is gonna be awesome, you know, it's gonna be dope. You know, new tracks will follow, mixes will follow, you know, all that stuff, you know, is gonna, you know, it's going flowing, you know, it's gonna going on, you know. Sometimes a vlog, you know, or a random video, you know, I'm still kind of a YouTuber, you know, I'm a producer, but I'm, you know, still kind of a YouTuber that makes random videos, you know. You're thinking about urbex, you know, I love urbex too, you know, maybe, you know, I'm gonna make a video about that, you know. And that's my fullest honesty, you know. I don't know, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna make uh, an urbex video, but you know, in the future, you know, probably yes, okay, yes, probably yes. But for the moment, not right now, not right now. Yeah, and I know a lot of people are gonna saying, why are you talking about your mental illness on the internet? Because it is a really controversial, bullshitty thing, and I don't fucking care, You think people think that you are, that you are, that's the reason that that you are gonna be vulnerable, but that's, it doesn't make sense, it's it's your decision, if you don't want to tell it or not, maybe you should know that I am depressed, The fuck do I care? No, I don't fucking care, No, it's just it's an illness, yeah. So what? It's an illness, An illness can be healed. But it's that's really controversial. But it is what it is. So anyway, that's it. I think I said I said everything I could think. Could think what it comes it comes in my mind. So that's basically the whole story of my channel in general. um, it's been a journey, an awesome journey with you guys. I hope you gonna watch my channel every time when it comes a track. I hope you like it. Please comment. Just comment. Let me know what you think. My music. Because never. Not a single one of you comment on my video. Just comment on my video. Comment on my tracks, on my mixes, what you think about it. Just give me some motivation, some inspiration. And it doesn't matter if I getting good feedback or bad feedback, because bad feedback is also good, because you can evolve. You think, oh no, that's not good. I'm gonna do that. And most important, like, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, so you never miss one of my videos or music. It's all the same, It's all coming on this channel, and it's always gonna be on this channel. But fireworks videos, you're never gonna see them again. I'm never gonna make a new video when I'm lighting fireworks, because I'm not gonna lighting fireworks anymore. I'm never gonna do that. I'm done with it. It's expensive. It's dangerous. It's make a lot of noise. It's not worth it. Ask yourself this question. Because New Year's Eve is coming. It's right. It's right by the door. It's right around the corner. Is it really worth it to buy fireworks? That probably gonna cost you thousands of euros. Are you really gonna buy things that you light in fire? In the whole evening it's all gone. Was it worth it? I don't think so, because you can having fun in other things that are less expensive. That's why I'm choosing. That's what I'm choose to be a producer. That's why I'm choose that. Because it's not easy, but it's not. It's never gonna be easy to make a new track. because you think you need to think a lot of things, you know, what sounds good, you know, is it too cringy, you know, is it recorded good, you know, and all that stuff is very important, you know. I'm really trying to work on my recording sound, you know, but it sucks, you know. If you really listen to my latest track, you know, you will notice, you know. But I hope it's obviously, you know, I hope that my track is good. If this good, you know, I'm gonna be happy, you know. I'm gonna be proud, not entirely happy, you know. But I'm gonna be proud, you know, that I somewhat, you know, made a decent jump up track, you know. If if that is gonna be the case, you know, I'm, you know, more than 100% um, all right, you know. It's more than 100% all right because, you know, that's the thing, you know, of music production, you know. So, um, that's basically an update slash explaining slash I don't fucking know. Sorry, I think it's funny. I don't know, you know. I guess that's the mean thing that I wanted to say to all of you. You know, you know. Some you know, and some further in life, you know, you need to somehow play it safe because if you don't want to get caught, you know, just you need just take an example from me. You know, I did so many fucking illegal things. You know, thank God that I'm not get caught with it. You know, actually, you know, maybe, but you know, I'm not gonna talking about that. You know, I was a teenager at the time. You know, I don't know what I'm. I didn't know. Um, I didn't know what the consequences what the consequences um, you know were. You know, I don't know that. You know, I didn't know that. But now I know I do. I learn about the hard way. You know, but yeah, it's you know. I know I'm you know I living a good life. You know, so much possible that I can. You know, and soon I gonna you know get a treatment for my depression. You know, I'm not gonna say what is gonna be because it's very private. You know, I'm not gonna share that. You know, that's too private. You know. Um. So yeah, that was actually it. I guess I am really trying to talk because you know I have inflammation. You know, in my undergums. So in my undergums, my under. So you know it's really it's a little bit you know I feel it, but you know a couple of days you know it really hurts. You know it. You know the couple of days past. You know it was awful. It was awful. You know I know I know that this is gonna be you know a lot of people are gonna worrying about it. You know, but I thought of ending my life. I thought really to taking my life because you know it was constantly hurting. You know, thankfully it stopped, because if it wasn't, yeah, I'm not gonna, talk about that topic, um, it's too dark and maybe too deep and no, maybe too dark for YouTube, for YouTube video, because it's very controversial. I'm not gonna talk about that, but I think that's basically it. So in the meanwhile, you're gonna see tracks, mixes of me, from me. And even if you don't um, listening, if nothing new comes up, you know that I am, you know that I am struggling. Um, then you need to know that I am very much deep struggling, struggling deep, when I really can't get into the really deep in the black hole of depression, So I want to let you know that, before before this month has passed, January, I'm talking about January, so I want to let you know that is it gonna be the case, you know that now, that I'm battling depression, but much deeper, Right now, it's kinda okay. I know that it can be a lot worse, because if I don't have the strength, if I do not have the strength, I was not making this video, even though I'm still struggling to say things, I'm really trying, it's not easy to talk about this feelings, what a human can experience in his or her life, depression isn't an easy thing to talk about, so I'm really try to explaining, what you need to know. You don't know. You don't need. You don't need to know everything, but some things I can say safely. So, fam, I'm gonna call it fam. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to watch until the end. This is the what the fuck am I doing? Oh man. Oh brother. Oh man. Oh my days. No, seriously, fam. I hope you understand now why this channel is changed into a pyro to a fully music producer, even if it's not in a professional scale, producing is producing, we learn every day, and I'm just I'm just starting, I'm just started, I know one day I'm gonna gonna be there, on the top. But right now I'm here, just at the bottom, maybe a little bit above, but still kindly to the bottom of production, because it's fun, but music production is hard too, it's hard to work. It's hard to work. If you don't think it's hard work, it is hard work, It's mentally abusing, and physically too. because you know you need to use your fingers and things. You know, I'm not gonna giving you much details. You know, I'm gonna spare you that because you know this video, you know, is this explaining video is, you know, it's getting longer and longer. So, cheers to you all. I wish you all, of course, a happy, healthy New Year. You know, I rather say don't drink alcohol, but because but if you you know it, if you're gonna do um, drink alcohol, you know, don't drink too much, and don't lighting fireworks when you are drunk, you know, because you know I'm 100% sure that you're gonna die, or you rather injure yourself or you're gonna die, you know. It's one of that, you know, it's one of the two things, you know. And I don't think that you wanna get injured by fireworks and die because of fireworks. I don't think you want to do, I don't think you want to. So if you're lighting fireworks, you know, you need to have a clear brain, you know, because it is fun, but it's very dangerous, you know. That's why I'm never gonna touch that stuff again, you know, because it's very dangerous. Instead, I'm gonna. This is sound a little controversial, you know. Maybe, you know, it's not the smartest thing that I say, but you know, I'm a smart man, you know. I'm a smart man. I'm very smart, but you know, I'm gonna smoke a joint when it's at 12 o'clock. You know, just to pressure the social anxiety. And I know a lot of people are gonna complain about this, but I don't give a fuck. You know, it's my, you know, like everybody say like everybody are gonna say it like this. You know, it's my life, it's my lungs. You know, it's my brain, it's my heart, it's my body, my money. You know, I do whatever I want. You know, I do, you know, I do with that what I want. You know, if I want to smoke a joint, you know, hey, why, you know, I want to smoke a joint. You know, I don't say it is. I don't say. I'm not gonna tell it's good. You know. You know. Don't smoke a joint. You know. Don't drink alcohol. But if you do, you know. You know. Don't. You know. Don't overdo it. You know, because it's not healthy. You know. I know. I'm not encouraging you taking drugs. You know. Don't take drugs at all. You know. Don't do that shit. It's not healthy. Don't do it. But if you do, you know, please be safe. Okay? But still, don't do drugs at all. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Okay? Keep your hands off that stuff. Okay? Alright. See you in 2026. In 2026, big things are gonna you know gonna happen. I think, I believe, I don't know, you know. We will see, you know. We will see. But you know, hopefully it's gonna be a very good year. You know, I don't have high hopes for 26 because you know 25 was, you know, also a fucked up year for, at least for me, you know, maybe a lot for a lot of people, you know. 25 was a year that fucking sucks, you know. It, you know, it was a fucked up year of my life, you know. So I don't think 26 is gonna be better, but you will see, you know. I know I'm laughing about this because it's not that I think it's funny. It's a laugh out of suffering. It's a suffering laugh. That's what it's called. So a lot of people who have depression like me, you are gonna understand me. You know, I don't want to act silly, but it is what that's a fact. Okay, because if you're really in a dark place, like this color of this Coke Zero, you know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna end this video now right now because it's almost 30 minutes. People, fam, I'm gonna call you fam. See you in 2026, and keep in mind, be safe and healthy. See you, fam ravers, in in 26. Bye for now. Salute, soldiers.